Welcome back to my kitchen. Are you ready to cook? So today I wanted to make Italian meatballs in two different ways. It's versatile and delicious. Your whole family's gonna want it. And it's a great meal prep recipe. So keep in mind, this recipe is good for anybody, the first 30 days and beyond. It's really good and I hope you really enjoy it. Okay, so the ingredients you're gonna need today is a pound of lean ground turkey, a 5 to 6 ounce package of fresh baby spinach leaves. You will need a half of white onion, finely chopped, 4 fresh garlic cloves pressed, and a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh Italian flat leaf parsley, about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of fresh Italian basil leaves, and I'm gonna roll them up and make them into ribbons. Crushed red pepper, this is your choice. You do not have to have crushed red pepper in there, so this is optional. And a 14-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I get the fire roasted. Just make sure you're getting no added salt or sugar. And lastly, some sea salt and fresh ground pepper. So first things first, I have my favorite copper pan here. And if you haven't invested in a copper pan yet, it is so worth it because especially during the first 30 days, you're not allowed to have any oil, and a copper pan helps things not to stick, and you don't need any oil or butter in order to do that. So right now I have the pan already preheated between medium and low on my stovetop. And I'm going to first add some onions. This is the half of a white onion chopped. I'm just gonna give those a quick mix. And we're gonna cook these until they are just tender. Okay, so I'm loving the way that my onions are looking. They're just starting to get tender and translucent. At this time, I'm going to take our 4 pressed cloves of garlic and add it to the onions. Give that all a quick stir. Garlic doesn't take long to cook at all. Okay, so now that I smell the garlic throughout the house and it smells absolutely amazing, I mean, who doesn't love garlic? I'm ready to add the spinach to the pan. So now we're just gonna take a little bit of spinach, little by little, and get it nice and wilted. So give this spinach a good toss and get it nice and wilted up because this is gonna be added to the meatball mixture. Gonna be so good and super healthy. Okay, so now you see it. My spinach is completely wilted. It's incorporated with the garlic and the onions. I turned off the heat. I'm gonna let it sit in the pan until we need to mix it up with our meatballs. Okay, so let's make our meatballs. In a mixing bowl, I put our pound of ground turkey, and I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh Italian parsley, and a 1/4 to a 1/2 cup, I mean, can we have too much basil? A fresh Italian basil as well. A little bit of salt. And a little bit of pepper. Now we're gonna give this a good mix. Okay, let's add this beautiful mixture to our meat. So now's the time to add crushed red pepper if that is your choice. So I'm totally adding about a 1/2 teaspoon to the entire mixture. Now let's give it a good mix. So I'm ready to make the meatballs. I'm going to use a cookie scoop so they're all even in their size. And I'm just gonna line my counter with some parchment paper, and I'm gonna scoop all the meat into the meatballs, form them, and lay them on the parchment paper, and then I can half them for the 2 ways that I'm cooking the meatballs. So this is where we're gonna get a little bit messy, but come on, it's fun. Take your cookie scoop, fill it up with the meat mixture, place it in our hand, and make a nice little meatball, just like this. So continue to make your meatballs until you have no more meat mixture left. Oh my goodness, check this out. I have 30 meatballs here. That's amazing for 1 pound of meat. So this is going to make 4 servings, 2 of each type of meatball that I'm making, with 7 meatballs per serving. And then 2 of your servings, you get an extra meatball. It's not gonna kill you. I like to make these meatballs as a food prep. So I'm gonna take these small individual sized dishes and I'm gonna put 7 meatballs in each one. So I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of sauce on both bottoms of these 2 dishes. Okay, so my dish is lined with tomatoes and I'm going to fill it up with meatballs. Now we're gonna top this off with half of the can of tomatoes that is left. Okay, so I have my individual dishes ready. They are covered with tomato sauce. The remaining meatballs, I just slid from their parchment paper right onto a cookie sheet that has a lip all the way around it. And these are just gonna get baked up as is because they're amazing outside of the tomato sauce just as they are inside the tomato sauce. So I'm gonna put all these meatballs in the oven at the same time. It's easy, right? Crazy. I'm going to put the meatballs that are not in tomato sauce on the top rack of my oven for 30 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. The bottom rack will have the tomato covered meatballs and they will also cook for 30 minutes. Simple. So my timer just went off and it's time to take these meatballs out of the oven and show you exactly what they look like. Here's the delicious meatballs not cooked in tomato sauce and they are crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. Absolutely beautiful. And here are our tomato sauce meatballs. Still a little bubbly and delicious, cooked in tomato sauce. I cannot wait to show you what they look like plated. Isn't this one of the most beautiful salads you have ever seen? This is the Italian meatballs recipe that is cooked without tomatoes. Weighed them out to about 6 ounces and sliced them thin and topped it on top of a garden salad approved for the first 30 days. And all you have to do is mix it with your vinegar dressing or one of the dressings from your recipe book, and you have yourself a delicious big salad that is going to be so hearty and filling. So here is meal number 2. These are the tomato covered meatballs. So I have it served with a side salad because it is friendly for the first 30 days. But if you are in Listen to Your Body and you have other additions, other ways that you can eat these meatballs is topped over zucchini noodles or maybe some spaghetti squash. If you have some dairy added back in, you can toss it with some ricotta cheese and make it a little bit creamier, or Parmesan cheese sprinkled on top. Absolutely delicious and very, very filling. So I really wanted to thank you for joining me again today to make this awesome recipe. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have time to make it, please comment. Let me know how you liked it. Let me know if you changed it up a bit. So interesting to give new ideas to everybody who is on this program journey with us. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button right down there and subscribe to our channel. And stay tuned for even more recipes coming up. So before I go, I just wanted to remind you to celebrate your non-scale victories because they're just as important on this journey as weight loss. If you are food prepping, that alone is a non-scale victory because you are setting yourself up for success. Amazing. So enjoy yourself, enjoy your journey, be proud, and just remember, I'm on this journey with you. I'll see you real soon. Thank you.